So today, we're going to talk about clarity, right? Getting clear. Getting clarity is power in your business. And we want to make sure that you guys are taking control back in your business. I mean, we're in July. This is the 7th month of the year. It's the best month because it's my birthday month. And so half the year is over. And so now we have to do is look at our business and say, are we on track with our outcomes? Are we on track? Remember, we don't set goals anymore. The word goal is a 4-letter word, and it's in the group of those 4-letter words that we don't let our children speak. As we set outcomes, right? The more clear we are on our outcome, the more successful that we're going to be in our real estate businesses. And so let's just talk about a moment of clarity. And I'm just going to share a quick story, how one moment of confusion cost my cousin 39 years of his life. Like this, I grew up in Inglewood, California, guys, South Central LA. And you guys know I have 2 sisters, one older, one younger, but I always wanted to be with my male cousins. So on the weekends, I would go to South Central LA. And this was a time where, gang violence was huge. I lived in a Blood neighborhood. All my cousins lived in South Central and Crip neighborhoods. My cousin was in charge of all the Crips in South Central LA. He was like a big brother to me. And I used to hang out with him a lot because he used to look after me. He was older than me. And I wanted to just kind of be a leader like him, not what he was doing, but I wanted to be that type of leader where people respected him on what he was doing. But one day, he and some friends, they went out, and what they would do is they would run into the back of your car. And then when you got out of your car, they would take your car from you. We call it carjacking today, right? And one day it went terribly wrong. He was about 17 years old, and his friends and him, they did that to somebody. And then what ended up happening is somebody's life was lost. So my cousin ended up doing 39 years in prison, guys. And I remember I was 12 years old, and it crushed me. Not that he got 39 years in prison at most, but a life was taken in the process over some rims on a car. Unbelievable, right? And so when I was 12 years old, I was in the 7th grade. And what I used to do is when he was incarcerated at 17 years old, I would skip school and I would go downtown LA, take the bus, and I would go to his court trials. And I remember the day I was sitting in the back of the courtroom. I was 12 years old, guys, 12. And he was 17. He had just had a brand new baby. His baby was probably not even 2 months old. And the judge said, you got 27 years to life, 27 years to life with no possibility of parole. And I remember him looking back at us, and he just looked back and just put his head down like he knew his life was over. So it was in that moment that I had real clarity on where my life was headed. Like I grew up with my mother and father, great parents, and they taught us all the stuff that we needed to be taught. But sometimes as a young Black male in the inner city, you could go either way. A lot of times has nothing to do with your parents. And so what that did was it gave me complete clarity on what I didn't want my life to turn out to be. And so ever since that day at 12 years old, and I'm on this mission that you guys see me on today. So I share that story with you because the day that he did that, I was begging him to let me hang out with him that day. Like, I want to hang out. I don't want to sit here at my grandmother's house. He was like, there's no way you're hanging out with us because we about to do some stuff. He didn't tell me what he was doing that we shouldn't be doing. So I always think back, like if I would have been 12 years old in that car with them and I was begging him to go with him that day, and I would be in prison to this day because I thought he would never get out of prison because the judge said 27 years to life with no possibility of parole. But a year ago, he got out of prison. I was shocked. And so clarity, guys, we got to have clarity in our business. So the big thing about having clarity in our business, what that means to us is today, I'm going to give you a gift. I'm going to give you a gift. And the gift that you're going to receive today is clarity. I'm going to give you a 5-step success blueprint so you can gain complete clarity on the next steps in your business. I'm going to show you how you can grow your business by 300% in the next 90 days. And then I'm going to show you how you can accomplish more than 95% of other real estate agents. Anybody interested, raise your hand, type in chat like, yep, sounds good. Let me know you're alive. Let me feel your heartbeat. Type in the chat and say, yeah, AT, I got you. That's definitely something I want to learn today. Right? Type in the chat. There we go. Appreciate you guys. Absolutely. There we go. All right, so John Maxwell, he's one of the #1 thought leaders on the planet, and I'm sure you guys have heard of him. But he says, guess what? Success doesn't just happen. You have to be intentional about it, and it takes complete discipline, right? So there's 3 things that we all need to make sure that we have the base for being success. #1, we got to have high integrity, right? We always do what's best for your customer. Got to have high integrity. And then we have to have an incredible work ethic. Incredible work ethic. We have to outwork everyone so that we get the outcomes we want for our clients. And then we have integrity, work ethic, and we have discipline. You got to be disciplined. Some of you guys are just getting up at 10 o'clock this morning or 9:30 this morning. Shame on you, right? Shame on you, right? You got to get up. So let's really bring a lot of our feelings to business because we're here to serve. There's only one reason why we do what we do. It's to serve. And if you don't have the mindset of serving your clients and you're focused on a commission check, you might get a few of them. But you should, every day you should be waking up saying, what more can I do for my client? What more can I do for my future clients? Could I get them a 30-day free lawn service? Could I get them a free manicure when they close? Could I have could I get them a free appraisal? How can I do this? How can I do that? The power of questions. Because if you're just focused on making money, this business is going to be really tough for you. And a lot of you is making a huge difference in your real estate careers. And it makes me happy. And so our feelings has no place in business. Take your feelings out of business and run a business. Because our business is here to serve. We're here to serve buyers, sellers, future people, our families, our communities, our churches. If you belong to one, whatever you are here to do, it's not about you. It's not nobody's going to care when you die and you are like this song, a billionaire. They're going to say, well, what did you do while you were here? What did you leave on this earth to impart for somebody else to use? Right? And so then we get into our decisions. And one thing we know, I just shared with you about a 39-year decision, right? Our decisions are the main thing that allows us to go left or right. And one bad decision could end up taking 39 years of your life. Now, that doesn't have to be what I shared with you. That could be anything. That could be following a shiny object. Because how many of you guys know in real estate right now, in your email and mine, 10 times a day, 100 times a day, we always get information about, hey, you should try this in real estate. You should try that in real estate. It's something that is always a new shiny object out there. The benefit that you guys have to come to these meetings are, guess what? You're working and learning from people who have verified results. Verified results. Verified results. And the only people that I listen to in my entire life, and I teach all my children, my kids, I'm like, only listen to people with verified results. Don't ever listen to somebody that doesn't have verified results. Otherwise, you'll get their results. Right? I speak all over the world to real estate agents, tens of thousands of real estate agents all around the world for decades. The #1 thing they need is what? Type in the chat. Leads, right? Leads. The easiest thing for me to help a real estate agent do is get leads. Easiest. And then if you make the right decisions, it'll lead to your actions, because remember, wherever your focus goes, your energy flows. That's just a fact. And then your actions equal your results. So if you don't like your results, you got to start at the bottom of this value ladder right here, the bottom of this pyramid. Change what you believe about yourself. Write down who you are. Decided what I didn't want to do. And then I started working towards what I did want the outcomes that I wanted. And so let's get into it for you guys. How about that? So let's talk about real estate agents, my favorite people. Guess what? My mama was a real estate agent. I got into real estate because at 8 years old, I decided I did not want to be poor. My grandmother was so poor in South Central LA, and I watched her as an older lady. Like, there's a lot of young grandmothers out here right now, but who has an older grandmother like I do? Like, your grandmother was always older. Like, everybody, there's a lot of 30, 40-year-old grandmothers now. My grandmother was always old. And she used to leave us on Sunday after making Sunday dinner at 1 o'clock. And she would go clean up rich people's houses in Beverly Hills, man, for $100 a week. And I used to be so sad at 8 years old saying, Grandma, like, why are you always leaving? I was like, where are you going? And she would never tell me. Then one day when I was 8. And I said, where are you going? Because I was so upset because I wanted to spend time with my grandmother before my mom came and picked me up, right? And she's like, I got to go clean these people's houses. I got to make them Sunday dinner. And I got to take care of their children. And all I could do is envision my grandmother at her older age on her hands and knees, cleaning up somebody's floor, making somebody's dinner, taking care of their kids when she should have been with us for $100 a week. So that at that moment, that's when I decided to open my own business. I opened my first business at 8 years old. I had a recycling business. My parents used to throw a ton of parties at the house. All the neighbors would come. They would drink beer, and I had all these beer cans. So I started recycling aluminum. And the whole goal of why I did it was I wanted to be able to save up enough money to pay my grandmother that $100. So when I was there, she wouldn't have to leave for the week. For that day on a Sunday. And so I was like, well, I got to make $400. But hey, at 8 years old, that was a lot of money to come up with. I ended up making about $120 a month because I used to save all my $5 a week allowances. And I actually 10x my business. I went to all the neighbors. I started taking their cans and aluminum cans, bringing them to my house. We had a dog pen in the back of our house, and our dog used to be in there, but I used to have it full with garbage bags full of cans. And my dad used to, once a month, he would take me to trade them in, and I'd make about $120. And then I would see my grandmother and say, hey, you don't have to go on your hands and knees and work and slave for somebody else. Here's $100. I was 8 years old, guys. And eventually, as I got older and started doing more, she didn't have to do that anymore. So that's how I got into business. I was forced to. That's what my why came from, making sure I could spend time with my grandmother on a Sunday afternoon and eat those collard greens and macaroni and cheese and pot roast and cornbread and, great Kool-Aid with the lemon in it. That's what I wanted to do on the weekend with my grandmother. So let's look at this, real estate agents, because guess what? Here's a scoreboard. There's no game that's played without a score. You guys know I referee basketball. There's no game played without a score. It's only official once the referees show up. Because once we show up and sign the book, that's when the game becomes official. So here's what agents make. These are 2022 statistics. 75% of agents, the numbers have went up, which is great. And last year made $61,400. It used to be 41 grand. Average in Georgia agent made $78,256. The top 25% make $100,000 or more, and the top 10% make $118,146 or more. So we don't have to fool ourselves to deciding on, are we average, below average, in the top 25% or the top 10%? Just look at your W-2, right? Just look at your W-2. And don't fool yourself. The good news is we all have the same license, the same opportunity, and the same access to clients. So what's the difference? Why is there a $57,000 gap between 61.4 and 118, the top 10%? But if you ask the average agent, I've been asking thousands of them for years, how much money do you want to make a year? What answer do you think I hear? Type it in. I got something for you. 100,000 a year, right? That's what I hear. But then I get with agents and I give them a daily routine. I say, here's what you do to make 100,000. They go, oh, AT, whoa, buddy. I'm not willing to do that. I got to get up at 5:30 in the morning. Are you kidding me? And put my videos together? What? I got to do some marketing? They go, I'm good with 61.4 or less. Majority of the agents I talk to. Because once they figure out what they want, and then what it's going to take to get what they want, they don't want to do it. So you can take a picture of this, and then what you can do is say, hey, in a minute, I'm getting ready to have you figure out your outcomes to help you, give you a 5-step blueprint so you can make increase your business 300% and be in the 95% and be in the 5% of people who actually get their outcomes. Okay, so at least you can rank yourself on where you are right now. So you have to ask yourself, why is there a $1,000 difference in income. Everybody has the same license. This is Georgia statistics, by the way. I put this for Georgia, Metro Atlanta. Everybody has the same opportunity. Everybody has access to the same clients. It boils down to marketing and you picking up the phone and calling the leads, right? Because Grant Cardone says what? No matter how good a lead is, 69% of realtors and salespeople won't even call it. That's 70%. So it's so easy for you to get to the top 10% of money earners in real estate because all you got to do is what the 31% do, call the leads. But then you got to call them 12 times. Then people say, I'm busy. Break out a piece of paper and a clear piece of paper. It's so important to have a clear piece of paper. Not something you've been taking notes on. This is a total separate sheet of paper. It's so important for you to do this exercise. And I want you to imagine your perfect real estate business. What does it look like? How many deals are you closing a month? How many 5-star reviews are you getting a month, a week, a day? How many video testimonials are you getting from clients that say they love working with you? And you don't allow them to let you be a secret agent where you do a good job and they don't give you a video testimony or 5-star review and nobody knows about it. You don't allow them to treat you that way. Roy Bennett says, no one has ever achieved greatness without dreams. We got into real estate because we wanted to achieve our dreams. I refused to be poor because my grandmother, I didn't want to end up like that. I wanted to be able to help other people achieve great success. I love my grandmother with all my heart. She was one of my mentors. Imagine your perfect real estate business. I mean perfect. What does it look like? How many deals are you closing? How much money are you making? How much are you donating? How much money are you donating to causes that you care about? Your church. My wife has lupus, to the Lupus Foundation, to my own foundation, to disadvantaged kids in the hood and buying your old elementary school. How much money are you donating? How much money are you giving away? What me and my son were talking about last night. I said, you're going to be highly successful. You're going to be a multi-millionaire. It's impossible for you not to. He's 18. I said, you have everything you need. You have all the resources, the people to help you, have everything. I said, but I only have one question. When you make the money, what are you going to do with it to serve others? If you don't have a plan for that, there's no reason for you to have it. So imagine your perfect real estate business. Write down 1, 2, or 3 things. What does it look like? How many leads do you come in? What kind of leads are they? Are they people with 600 credit scores, 700 credit scores? Is the price point 300, 400, 500? What is it? Because we got to get clarity today, guys. Clarity. If we're not clear on what we want, how can we get it? You got to be clear. Crystal clear. Because guess what? The average real estate agent is 54 years old, guys. You don't have time to make another mistake. You gotta hit the bullseye every single day. It's like a tree. You want to cut a tree down. If you hit a tree in 1,000 places, it's not coming down. But if you hit a tree in one spot every day and at 1,000 times, the tree's coming down, man. It's coming down. Boom, it's gonna hit the ground. Right? So imagine your perfect real estate business. 1, write down 3 things. What do your leads look like? You want leads. What kind of leads you want? Trailer leads? Land leads? Leads in this community? That community? You want a system. That's what I hear also. I need an automated system. Well, what does your automated system look like? For what? What do you need an automation system for? Number 1, you need it for leads. Number 2, you need it for your past clients. I'll just tell you that right up front. You're not marketing to your past clients. You're missing a boat. Okay. And then what kind of lifestyle do you want? You're not here to live average. Remember, guys, we have a real estate license. That's a license to print money. The first real estate was licensed in 1920. This is 2023. Minorities didn't start selling real estate license till after 1968, till they passed the Civil Rights Act. 1920. Guys, you have a license to print money. So I can take care of the things that we need to take care of in our family, in our community, in this nation, causes I care about. Single mothers on TV struggling, see on the news, and we donate anonymously, whatever we need to do to make this world a better place for everybody, right? All right, so I hope you guys wrote 1, 2, or 3 things down. I really hope you do. This is an opportunity for you to get clarity in your business so you can end this year with a bang, right? The blessing that we have here in Metro Atlanta is this is a 12-month real estate market. This isn't like the Midwest. When it starts snowing, their real estate market goes, it's gonna decrease. Nobody wants to show houses at 10 below zero. In Metro Atlanta, we can sell houses 12 months out the year. People move all the time because most people who are living here in Metro Atlanta aren't from here. I'm from LA, California. I very rarely meet somebody here from Atlanta, right? So people are moving here all the time. The only thing you got to find out is, where are they moving from? You need to know that they're moving from Northern California and New York and start marketing there. You need to know how old they are. You need to know how much money they make. You need to know if they have a wife and how many kids, or a husband and how many kids. You should know, do your research. So we just got to be like this sweatshirt says, believe you can do it. Decide to do it. Decide. You know what the definition of decide, if you look up the Latin meaning of the word decide, it means to cut off. That's why they used to land on the shore. They said, burn the ships. They're like, we're not going back. We're going to either live or die. We're going to make it happen, or we're just going to get annihilated. And then just take massive action and execute, guys. So believe you can do it. Remember, you can do it. Why? You have a real estate license. Because if you're stagnating in your business, remember, your business is either growing or dying. No business stays the same. Your business is either growing or dying. And so you have an opportunity to get all your questions answered. So let's talk about this 5-step blueprint for clarity. Who wants the opposite of clarity? Confusion. So your business either operating in crystal clear clarity, or it's operating in confusion. And the worst thing you can do is be confused and running a business. Does it happen? Absolutely, it happens. But that's because we don't have a model, which I'm about to give you, to go by. We got to constantly be evaluating our business every 90 days. Losers set goals. What we do is, I have to be crystal clear. Crystal clear. Everything you do, you should know why you're doing it. When I went to Michigan and sat down with Karen and we were putting her, she wanted lead generation, she's just brand new in real estate, putting it together. I said, this is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it. We're going to market to this client until August 15th. After August 15th, we're going to market to this client. This is why we're doing what we're doing. Because this market doesn't buy year round. This market only buys to August 15th because they need their kids in school, and they're not going to switch their kids' schools because we know how old they are, how old their kids are, how much money they make, and they're not taking their high school kid, their middle school kid out of high school and put them in a new high school. It's not going to happen. So money well spent is, we need to spend money where money is well spent. So crystal clear. Crystal clear. So let's be crystal clear. So number one, guys, ladies, gentlemen, amazing realtors that you are, you must know the outcome you want. You must know the outcome you want. We do not set goals. Do not set another goal. Here's the facts. 34% of the whole entire U.S. population sets goals. 34%. 34%. Of the 34%, 20% write them down. So you got 6.8 people, 7%. So 7% out of this, not just US, this is worldwide actually. 7% of the world's population is actually getting their goals and outcomes achieved. 7%. In the US, it's 5%. So that means 95% of people that you meet, your clients, other realtors, business people, they're not hitting their outcomes. They're confused. They get an email and they try this, they get another email from Op City, they do this, they try all these different emails, realtor.com, all these different things are coming in. They go, oh, what should I do? But I got thousands of people that reach out to me every year, thousands of people that I have to go speak to and teach the same stuff to that I'm teaching you guys. And the more people I can train and teach it to, the better our industry is going to be, because I care about this industry. I care about it. My mom was a realtor for 40 years, guys. It put food on my table as a young child. I respect the people that are having success and no success. I owe it to everybody based on my success to give the success back. I owe you guys. That's why I do this. You're here, okay? I give it to you for free. So know the outcome you want. So let's talk about that. So write down one of your outcomes. And remember, when we talk about outcomes, we don't say goals anymore. Those are 4-letter words. Those are bad words. Our mommy doesn't want us to say those words anymore. We don't set goals. No, we don't set goals. Outcomes. What outcome do you want? You got to be specific and clear in your business. And not just your business, the number one thing you need is what? Leads. Number one thing you need. No leads, you could be the best salesperson all day long. You could practice, role play, you can get on the 10 o'clock a.m. every day. Grant Cardone role play like I do every day. My son gets on every single day. He's not allowed to live here unless he gets on that. I fine him if he doesn't get on the Grant Cardone role play. He's in sales, he's 18, number one salesman at where he works. He works at a car wash selling memberships, y'all. And we calculated what he's doing. I said, you're making a company $1 million a year. And they're paying you 31. He's making this company $1 million a year. He sells 15 memberships. You drive to a car wash. He says, hey, instead of you paying one time, why don't you just get the membership and pay $2.50 a day versus coming here paying $45 a week? Why? I taught him that. I gave him a script and practiced it with him. He's number one. So he's like, Dad, I mastered this place. What should I do next? Well, we already know what your next move is, right? He's building funnels for me and my clients. All right, so know the outcome you want. So get clear on it. Write it down right now, because when you leave this meeting right here today, you're going to go back to doing what you were doing before you came here. You're going to leave here with at least one outcome. And remember, this is an outcome you want in the next 90 days. We only set 90-day outcomes. Mine are right here on this wall. Right here on this wall. 90-day outcomes. What do you want to accomplish in the next 90 days in one area of business? Don't write 5 areas down. I want you to write one. One area. One area. If you're already successful, you're making $118,146. Okay, how can you level up? How can you get into a bigger price point? How can you start a team? What do you need to do to leverage to do more so you can do more? Right? You're in the top 1% of money earners in real estate, 250,000. What else can you do? Could you create a program to teach people how you did it? Could you do one-on-one coaching? Could you expand your real estate team in other markets? Share your outcome in the chat if you want. That's helping other people, right? Share it in the chat if you want. You don't have to, but share one of your outcomes that you want in the next 90 days in chat. I want to have 3 closings that are 350,000 to 450,000, where I'm making 4%. And then we just reverse engineer it, right? So the second thing you got to do is know why you want this. Because it can't just be to pay your bills. Right? It can't be just to pay your bills. No matter how much your bills are, you can't just be working to pay bills. Right? That's stressful. The goal is actually to have no bills. So know why you want to do this. You should want to make money. Guys, we're salespeople. We're supposed to make money. do you want it? It's okay to want money. You should want money, lots of it, because you guys have high integrity, high work ethic, and discipline. You're the best people to put the money's hands into because you're going to do something good with it. Most people are just going to go buy Bentleys and just look at me on Instagram and like, it's just whack. You can have all that, but that doesn't mean anything. Put it in a casket with you. Good luck. Right? Nice to have all that stuff. Trust me, I've had it all. Okay, but it means absolutely nothing. So know why you want it. Remember back when you had nothing. Remember back when you first got into real estate and that fire you had in your belly about it. You knew it was going to change your life and change your family's lives and change other people's lives. You knew that you imagined you being so wealthy that you could do stuff for your family and your community. Your grandmother, like me. And then you got to take massive action, guys. Malcolm X said, by any means necessary. But what does that mean? By any means necessary means you got to embrace all this new technology that's out here and put it in, figure out how you can use it in your real estate business. AI is here to help, y'all. What it took me 20 years to build, I can build in 4 months now. Take massive action. Use every piece of technology in this marketplace and ask yourself, how can I put it in my business? Go to YouTube and figure it out. Type in the right questions. Clarity, 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 clarity. Be clear. You should be using AI every single day in your real estate business. Every day. Help you write an email, help you figure out what to say. Hey, client said this, AI, blah, blah, blah. What can I do? See most of them, warehouse.com. Write it down. Every resource you need for AI AI is nothing new. It's been out here for 30, 40 years, y'all. Military's been using it for 40, 50 years. It's not anything new. But some of us fear it because we fear what we don't understand. You should have AI. You guys have KV Core. You should have an AI plugin in your KV Core to speak to your clients when a lead comes in. You got AI for lead generation. You should work with companies that have AI. If you don't have to know anything about it, all you need to do is go to AI, ChatGPT, and say, how can I use AI to increase my real estate business to make 125,000. That's how specific you got to be. See, AI, ChatGPT is only as clear as you are. So you have to say, how can I earn 125,000 in real estate in Georgia, in Michigan, in California, or wherever you are in the next 12 months, working 30 hours a week? You got to be crystal clear when you put it in there. And it goes, this is what you need to do. Here's 8 steps. I used ChatGPT for this presentation this morning. Embrace it. Go to YouTube, find out, attend some free seminars online. Embrace the technology. It's going to help you make your business better. Remember, at anytime something changes, don't fear change. Just say, how can I use this to win in my business? How can I use it to win in my business? So take massive action. Massive action means by any means necessary. Number one, we have to be marketing to our past clients. And we have to automate it. Ask ChatGPT, how can I automate put an automation system to market to my past clients via text, because they don't want emails, text, emails. What can I do? Just be specific. It will tell you exactly step by step what you need to do. And guess what? All you're going to do is do it. Remember, what's this shirt say? Believe, decide, execute. The only thing that's rewarded on this planet is execution. Like my dad says, Anthony, don't be a finna man. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. He said, the worst thing you can do is be a finna man. That's what he taught me since I was a baby. Don't be a finna man. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. Just do it. Get it done. Execute. The only thing that's rewarded on this plan is execution. Remember, wherever you are right now, good or bad, is based on your execution. Today, you can change it though, because you could make more money than you made in the first 6 months in real estate, serve more clients in the next 5 months, next 3 months. Very easy to do. Then the fourth step is evaluate what you're doing. Is what I'm doing getting me my outcome? See what an outcome, you have to be so clear on it. No, if I stay on my outcomes, I'll be able to serve more people, help my mortgage company do better, help my loan officers, help my real estate agents, help you guys. The more I stay on because my outcomes are centered around serving, not myself. More students at universities, high schools that I speak to, right? More business owners. The more I focus on my outcome, the more I can do for others. The more programs I could create, people could purchase, and they could train their own sales teams. More money I could make, passive. Right? So it's what I'm doing, getting my outcome. Remember, the definition of insanity is what? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. That's crazy. If a lead source you're using is not working, have somebody look at the lead you're creating, guys. Give people what they want. I can promise you, just at ChatGPT, it'll tell you what they want. Buyers want homes that they cannot find on the line. That's what they want. They want homes they can't find on the internet. They can't find on MLS. Why? Because every other real estate agent is showing them homes just on MLS. That's why their income is $61,000 or less. We already have, and you guys are with us. I gave you all my modules. It's a 4-minute video to teach you how to 17 resources, 17 websites you could go to give your clients access to homes that they cannot find in MLS. Okay. Evaluate what you're doing. Is it getting your outcome? Would you love to have your perfect real estate business? Is this one thing you would love? For somebody to just call me out the blue once or twice a week saying, can you come list my house? Well, who would want that? Okay. Everybody? Good. Happens to me 4 times, 5 times a week. I give them to my Google reviews. I saw you on Google. You got 140, 150 Google reviews. I seen your testimonials, Mr. Thornton. I'm a business executive for Coca-Cola, and I want to work with the best. This is what she says. I'm not making this up. I'm busy, and I don't know when I can be back in town. I was like, well, how soon would you like to get your home sold? It's like, it's ASAP. I said, well, me and my husband both travel. I said, when can you both be in Atlanta? I don't know. So they changed all their plans and came to town last night just to meet with me today at 3 o'clock because I need both parties. Right? Both parties, right? Today, 3 o'clock, done deal. Verify results. Only thing I did was ask my clients for 5-star reviews. Okay. Ask and you shall what? Receive. Right? All right. So is what you're doing getting you your outcome? That's very important. You got to evaluate that every 30, 60, 90 days. You have no time to waste. No mistakes. You create an ad 7 days, you should have 7 leads. You should be getting a lead a day. New ad, new marketing company, whatever it is, a lead a day you should be getting. A lead every other day, worst case scenario. Right? If that's not happening, your ad's not working. You're not giving people what they want. What do buyers want in Georgia? They want a 4-sided brick home under $350. That's what they want. And they want new construction. That's what they want. Who's buying new construction? People with good credit or bad credit? Type in the chat. And then change your approach until your outcome's attained. Like you got to be a pit bull with a bone. You got to be a bone, bro. You got to put a bone. Like you see a dog burying a bone and they won't let anybody around it. That's how you have to be. If what you're doing is not working, what should you do? Try something else. What if that doesn't work? Try something else. What if that doesn't work? Try something else. All right, so change your approach until you get your outcome. Remember, write this down, 90 days. What will you achieve in the next 90 days? My board here, right here, is clear on what I will achieve in the next 90 days. It ain't 10 things. My list is 1 to 3. I would just give you guys and tell you, why don't you just do 1? Because if you do that one thing and it gets you the outcome you want, you're just gonna keep doing it. And what if you only achieved 1 thing a year? You would beat 95% of other people who don't. Just 1. 1. Okay. If you know your buyers want new construction, why don't you just put a dress on or a suit on or whatever your drip is, drive 5 miles to the subdivision near you, get a camera on a thing, what's that called? Selfie stick. Hey, this is Abby. I'm here in Ridgeville. We got some new construction homes coming up. You want more information about these new construction homes under market price? They're not even listed anywhere online. Give me a call. Because you're giving people what they want. Those of us that are in successful relationships, the only way we got in successful relationships is we both gave each other what we wanted, what they wanted. Right? Why people get divorced is what? They're like, I'm not getting what I want anymore. I've been divorced before. Okay. All right, moving on. All right. So here's what you can do every day. I'm about to end here with y'all. Every single morning, guys, wake up grateful, man. Wake up grateful, dude. Like, for real, man. Like, grateful. Number 1, you got breath in your body. I know if you're over 40 like me, you wake up with aches and pains every day. I know you do. Right? Every day. Right? 30 years of running up and down a basketball court. Man, takes a lot of work. I'm thinking I got another season coming up. Right? Another season. Wake up grateful, man. Be grateful about something. Be grateful that you got breath in your body. You got 10 fingers, 10 toes. Your heart is beating. That's an opportunity for you to win. You can start off, you can scrap your whole real estate business today and start over today with what I'm teaching you. And I promise you in the next 5 months, you'll probably double what you made. Tell yourself how amazing you are. Don't just tell yourself, write it down. Write it down, type it out. How amazing you are, because you are amazing. You are amazing. You're amazing. You passed the real estate exam. How hard was that? That was hard. You're amazing. Got a loan officer license. You did CE credit. You're getting beat up by clients. Real estate agents take the client somewhere else. You pre-approved. You got a lot of emotional stuff we all dealing with. So write down how amazing you are, how talented you are, how gifted you are, how lucky people are to work with you, what you offer them that nobody else offers. What's your unique selling proposition? When I meet with buyers and sellers, like, this isn't about just selling your home or helping you buy a home. What I want to help you do is build wealth through real estate. I can connect you with a loan officer and get you a loan, whether you work or not. With a credit score, if you have 20% down, you can buy an investment properties. We got a guy in Fort Valley, Georgia, building brand new 4 or 6 plexes. Would you like one to have 6 incomes versus 1? That's what we're here talking about. Not just you buying a home or selling your home. Tell me about your goals. What would you like to accomplish financially? Let me know where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years financially. I can help you get there. I'm not a realtor. I help people build wealth through real estate, through partnerships I have with lenders and builders and programs. I'm not a realtor. I'm a wealth builder through real estate. That's what I do. That's what people know me as. I'm a marketer. If you want to sell your home, you want to buy a home, I'm the guy that can get you access to homes you can't find on MLS. Hard to find stuff like builder, new stuff coming soon. I'm doing interviews with on-site agents. They would love for you to market their subdivision, by the way, God. They would love it. You call an on-site agent and say, hey, I want to interview you about your subdivision. And you sit down with them and you do an interview for 5 or 10 minutes. you record it, you can remember recordings live forever. That's why I do so many of them. I'm gonna be dead and this stuff's still gonna be on the internet. Okay. Tell yourself how amazing you are. That's the biggest thing. That's your belief system right there. I don't care where you come from. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've been through. Guess what? This world doesn't care. The only thing they care about is what you're gonna do about it. They don't care. I'm from South Central. My cousins are locked up for life, and some of them got murdered on the sidewalk, and they don't care about that. They don't feel sorry for me. So don't feel sorry for yourself. Wake up every day and get after it. So tell yourself how amazing you are. And then every single day, before you put one foot on the floor, I want you to ask these clarity questions to yourself. What outcomes do I want today? What is the one outcome I have to get today? And why do I want it? My son is here. He's working on his outcomes. He lives on a schedule. He has to. I said, you have to make impact. That's what you're here for. Only way you can make impact if you know your outcomes. What's your outcomes next 90 days? Boom, 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 boom. He's like, Dad, I'm building a book funnel right now because I have 60,000 leads of authors who need their book marketed so they can get the word out. Then I have my product funnel for the products that I'm creating for people who have books and the other business owners and myself, teaching people how to do what I do. So I'm building those programs out as well. Then I'm gonna turn it over to people and let them market it. And I have an affiliate program. That's what he's working on. He's 18, y'all. Start your day listening to something inspirational for 2 to 10 minutes. Don't just immerse yourself in one thing either, guys. Don't just listen to gospel music all day long. Like, focus. You're a business person. Listen to some business stuff about being grateful, about how amazing you are, about getting the outcomes that you want. Buy the book, The 12-Week Year. It will change your entire life. So listen to something inspirational. That inspiration, remember, nobody can motivate you. You can only be inspired. Nobody on this planet can motivate you. Not one person. Motivation comes from within. Nobody can make you get up at 5 o'clock, 5:30, put a presentation together, make sure it's amazing. Make sure it's making an impact in people's lives. Nobody can make you do those things. So listen to something inspired. Whatever inspires you to build your business better, to serve better. Listen to those things. Listen to business people who can help you do that. And then surround yourself with positive, progressive people. If you don't know any positive, progressive people, go to Eventbrite and look up the next event, this networking event in your area, and go to it. Put a dress on, put a suit on, put something nice on, and go to an event, a networking event near where you are. That was my time. Thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate it. I really am so look forward to you building your businesses the way you want it. I want you to know it's possible. You have everybody here in this network. We will bend over backwards, flip 3 times to help you be successful. All you have to do is believe you can do it, decide to do it. That means cut off any of your bad habits, cut off your procrastination. Don't cut off your alarm in the morning. Get up and then execute.